Hello and welcome back to Shulchan Aruch HaRav. We continue in Hilchos Shmah Siman Samech Vav, and we pick it up with Sif Tes. Tzarich lismech geula tefillah. One should make sure that the bracha of Gal Yisrael, which is right before Shemona Esrei, should be exactly before Shemona Esrei with no interruptions between. Mitam she's bar b'simin kufiyad aleph, which will be explained to Hashem in Siman 111. You should not interrupt after saying that bracha of Gal Yisrael. Afil kamosh be'emtza perek, as if you were in the middle of one of the sections of Shmah. Therefore, there are those that say amen achar Gal Yisrael. You should not say amen after Gal Yisrael, la achar birchas atzmai, not after your own bracha. Afil b'makom shenahagan lanas achar birchas atzmai. Even in those places where the minig is to say an amen after your own bracha, b'siyum beis gimel brachas. Some people have such a minig. If you say 2 or 3 brachas in a row, that at the end of the third or second bracha you say amen to your own bracha. That is not the prevailing custom around Ashkenazim. But here you shouldn't do that either. V'loy achar hashatz, and also don't say amen after the shlich tzibor says Gal Yisrael. If you're holding in a place where you'd be able to normally say amen, don't do that. V'yesh oimrim, and then some, meaning you're holding in you're at Gal Yisrael, so you said Gal Yisrael, and now the Shlich Tzibur says Gal Yisrael. You in a lot of other places you might be able to answer amen, but since you shouldn't interrupt between Gal Yisrael and the beginning of Shemona Esrei, don't answer amen. Another those that say Shanias amen eina chashuva hefsik. Here, this is not answering amen is not considered an interruption. Kivin shehitzarich habracha, because it's part of the bracha. V'siyuma, it's like the end of the bracha, so to speak. V'chein noigim b'medinus elu, and says the Shulchan Aruch HaRav that in his custom, prevailing custom was to say amen here, ben gula tefillah, even between Gal Yisrael and davening. Achshim sa'im hashatz brachazu, after the shlich tzibor has finished saying the bracha. But not after one's own bracha, which was explained earlier in 54. Because there's a difference of opinion here. If you want to fulfill halacha according to everybody, then what you do is you should slow down and say it word by word and finish it at the exact same time as the shlich tzibor, the Gal Yisrael part. Because then you don't have to say amen. Because our minig is to not answer amen after one's own bracha, and now you're finishing your own bracha when he's finishing his bracha, and therefore you can't say amen because it'd be like saying amen to your own bracha. We don't even say amen after ishtabach or other similar cases where it would be a place you could actually answer amen after the shlich tzibor. Here we have the added problem of you don't interrupt between Gal Yisrael and Shemona Esrei, and you don't answer to your own bracha, and now you're saying it together with the shlich tzibor. You just don't answer amen there. Siman Nizbar Shamitz explained earlier regarding ishtabach b'simin and aleph. Then there are those who say lahamtin b'tzur Yisrael. They wait at Tzur Yisrael, which is the paragraph or two before the beginning of Shemona Esrei. Kedei la'anis amen achashat. So then they wait and say amen before they get to the ending of the Gal Yisrael area where that bracha comes, and they answer amen to the shlich tzibor's bracha well before the bracha. So they're not answering to their own bracha; they're only answering to his. And then there are those that say you can't interrupt in the middle of the bracha with amen, and you are essentially in the middle of a bracha here, because Gal Yisrael is the end of the bracha. If you waited by Tzur Yisrael, you're like in the middle of the bracha, and there are those that say you shouldn't do that. Even if you're in the same bracha, right? You're in the bracha that you're going to answer amen to, you still shouldn't interrupt it. The only exception to that is if the amen is like part of a davar shebekdusha bilvad, like was explained earlier, like that was talking about things like hakel hakadosh and shemat tefillah from Shemona Esrei. We talked about that. And therefore, don't change the minig or do it like we said earlier to fulfill the opinion according to everybody, which is say it word for word with the shlich tzibor. So then you don't say amen, and you don't have the problem of being required to say amen because you're saying your own bracha, and we don't answer amen to our own bracha. And that is the most common custom that I've seen today, although it seems that the Baal Tanya, or the Shulchan Aruch HaRav, is saying that the minig was to answer amen to this bracha. I haven't seen that myself in practice. Consult your local Orthodox rabbi if you are unsure about what to do. Have a terrific day.